First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now they try the right side here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready? Hey, lock it. Quit talking about it and bring it. Let's go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down. 70, Indy.
Hill on third down. And he finds Court. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Takk McKinley, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check. Lucky.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Hey, free plans. Check. First down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the shotgun, Ryan. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
56. Hey, let's go. Check 56. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 56 to Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a handoff looking right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Mike 56.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Pilot, 64. Weak. 49. Check 49. Joker.
Hill looks to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd and short. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line. And now will they use a timeout? Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires, as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? 10 logo. Let's get it.
Now on 2nd and 16. Hill, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready, blue 80, white 25, 51, sub. Shit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here's Ryan. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Tavecchio puts this one through,
and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Hill. Floating one, incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
Ted Ginn's gonna go. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 85 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. from the 22. Ryan, it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. And the Falcon first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Ryan will throw again. Left side completion to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Falcons first down.
Here we go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 58. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Rush in. Ready to go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Hill. And he hits his man, Matthews. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Saints
Check, 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 check. 6-6. Pull it high.
At the 49-yard line.
Now.
On first down, Hill. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Greystone, travel.
First and 10 at the 20.
Hill on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw is Hill. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Go, go.
A shotgun snap for Hill. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season